everybody. My name is Devine, and I am a student at Florida State University. I just wanted to introduce our video. This is going to be our video for the Collaborative Online International Learning Project. So I think a good place to start is going to be to introduce our team. So let's get to know everybody. Hi, it's me again. So like I said, my name is Mari. I am a junior here at Florida State University, and I'm studying public health. However, I've always absolutely loved the idea of traveling, and I plan on moving to Africa after I graduate. This kind of spark started actually this past spring when I had the chance to study abroad in Spain for the entire spring semester. After that, my love for travel just really got ignited, and my love for learning about different cultures and different people across the world. So I wanted to take this course to be able to get my certification in global citizenship, as well as have the opportunity to learn more about the world around me.
Olá, meu nome é Renan Graciano, tenho 28 anos de idade e moro em Americana. Hello, my name is Renan Graciano. I am 28 years old and I live in Americana. And after 9 years, I returned to college, to FATEC, following my graduation in information security to study business management. My goal with this course is to expand my knowledge so that I can apply to a business in which I'm involved. Many people ask me if I'm changing careers, as I am already graduated and work in the technology field. However, the reality is quite the opposite. I'm passionate about technology, and currently I'm working as a software engineer, and I have no desire to change careers. My studying business management at college are aimed at contributing to a business venture in which I'm involved, as I said. My goal with this study and career development is for my enterprise to become a large leading company in its software development segment for the most diverse markets. My hobbies, besides programming and computers, it's playing video games, reading books, and growing plants. I do love to grow plants, and I have some here in my apartment. And I really liked the COIL project because it was my first contact with Americans, in which I was able to talk in real time, not only by messages or emails, but by video call. And an experience that I will carry forward with great affection.
Hi, my name is Devine Martin. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Denver, Colorado. Some of my hobbies include snowboarding, traveling, and spending time with family. I am currently studying international affairs at FSU, and I hope to have a career in intelligence or something using my language skills since I'm bilingual. And I'm taking this course as part of the Global Citizenship Certificate and because I'm passionate about world affairs, which ties in nicely with this class. So today we will evaluate two different dimensions of culture. And dimensions of culture, as you all remember, are one of the key concepts we discussed over the course of this class and are essential in helping us understand the many complexities of cultures around the world. So first, we will evaluate sequential versus synchronous in America and Brazil. So this dimension is about how important being on time is, or if commitments are more flexible. And then next we will compare neutral versus emotional. So this dimension is the extent to which it is acceptable or normal to show emotions. So let's go ahead and get into it.
So let's talk about sequential versus synchronous time in the US. Well, being on time, it is a big deal. And not just because it's polite or something, but because it shows how much they care about their commitments. They say being early is being on time, and being on time is late. It's like a guide to be respectful of schedules and other people's time. It's not just about starting things on time. It's about being dedicated and thinking about others. In the US, being late is not seen as cool. It's actually some kind of social mistake. Or being late sends a message that you don't care about other people's time. And this can cause issues in friendships and work and any other relationships. The focus on being on time isn't just a habit. It's a big part of how Americans interact socially. And as someone from a different part of the world, I think this is interesting how important it is. Going deeper, being fashionably late isn't a thing there too. It's seen as rude. They say time is money. It's a big clue here. Time is super important. It's not just about the clock ticking, but about respecting the time everyone has committed to each other. Being late is not a small problem. It shows you might not care about other people's time, and this can hurt relationships, as I said. And respect is a big deal in American culture. So to finish this up, let's think about the quote, time is money. It's not just about cash. It's saying that shows how much Americans value time. Being on time isn't just polite, it's a way to show you are serious and respectful, especially in a place where get things done efficiently is highly valued. So we try how Americans see time without this focus on being on time and keeping promises. It's a big part of how they socialize and work. So as someone from a different place, I find it cool to see how ideas shape American society.
Okay, so after hearing from Renan about the sequential versus synchronous dimension of culture in the United States, I'm now going to be talking about that same dimension of culture in Brazil. So to start off with, which I think can be applied to a lot of different things, the importance of schedules and flexibility can really vary greatly depending on the context or the event or the kind of situation that is involved. For example, in a business setting, in a professional setting, in a work setting, punctuality is very, very important, and it's seen as very professional and respectful to show up on time, have your work done on time for events like this in a more professional setting. However, in a more social setting, which I think is where there's a pretty big difference between their culture and our culture here in the United States, it is seen as strange or weird even to show up on time for any given event. There's not very much punctuality or stress put on specific schedules, specific plans in the terms of social events or gatherings like that. Not only that, but Renan stressed that a lot of Brazilians tend to leave things for the last minute, in the sense that no matter how much time they have to kind of prepare for or do any task or work given to them, it's going to be pushed off, which I think plays into the fact that there is not as much of a stress on that kind of sequential and schedule-oriented culture there. So now we're going to go back to Renan, and he's going to be talking about a different dimension of culture.
Now let's shift our focus to another intriguing aspect of American culture, the emotions. So in the US, there's a balance. Americans are generally more neutral in expressing emotions, but they are not entirely cut off. It's a unique blend that shapes their social interactions and relationships. When it comes to meetings, shaking hands is the go-to in the US, especially with new people. Unlike some cultures, like the Brazilian cultures, where hugs or kisses might be common, American tends to keep it formal with a friendly handshake when meeting someone for the first time. Now with friends and family, it's a bit different. Short hugs are more common, but it's not a strict rule. The level of physical contact can vary, and it is influenced by individual preferences and the relationship dynamics. On the professional side, emotions are handled differently. In a work setting, it's generally not common to show a lot of emotion. Crying or laughing excessively might be seen as unprofessional. However, controlled expressions of anger are more acceptable within certain limits. On a lighter note, when it comes to casual encounters, it's completely normal to smile at people when passing by or say a quick hello. And these small gestures contribute to a friendly and welcome atmosphere in daily life. Americans value personal space, and it's considered important not to touch each other without permission and leave some space between people, especially when standing in a line. This respect for personal boundaries helps maintain a comfortable and respectful environment. So finally, when in a position of power, showing too much emotion is generally seen as unprofessional. Keeping a certain level of neutrality is often expected, and displays of emotions might be perceived as a lack of control or professionalism. So to finish this presentation, I'd just like to say that it's nice to see how these unwritten rules shapes everything from everyday encounters to professional dynamics.
Now moving on to the neutral versus emotional dimension in terms of Brazilian culture. So Brazilian culture is more emotional than America. And in fact, Brazilians are known for their warmth and expressiveness, and it is encouraged to show emotion in social settings. So when meeting new people, if it is two men, shaking hands is common. But if it is a man and a woman, or if it's two women, then kisses on the cheek is common and the norm in Brazil. And hand gestures such as thumbs up or down are very common, as well as other forms of nonverbal communication. In any social context, they're used very often. Contrary to American culture, hugging and touch in general is very common, as there is not the same personal space bubble in Brazil as we have here. And whether it is platonic or romantic, physical touch is present in most relationships in Brazil. And lastly, expressing emotions and demonstrating empathy is valued in Brazil, so Brazilians often feel the most comfortable in environments where they can freely share their emotions and discuss things. So thank you all so much for listening to our presentation, and we hope you enjoyed it.